Today's program has been brought to you by TechServe, New York's original and still the best Apple computer, iPod, and iPhone store and repair shop. For more information, visit techserve.com. You're listening to Heritage Radio Network, broadcasting live from Bushwick, Brooklyn. If you like this program, visit heritageradionetwork.org for thousands more.
We talk about food, we talk about music, with musical dudes. Finger on the pulse, snacky tunes. Pull out my ropes and let them cut you, they'll cut through. Hold on my ropes and throw my hands down. They've got you going on about yourself. Pull them till they fall, they're all I got now. Right in a moment till it's gone, it's all I got now. And you told me you were patient, so patient. And I told you to be brave. It's a brave world we've got to go through. I told you it's a brave thing you did. Pull on my ropes around the dead skin I fed to you. It's a scary world we go through. I made it clear to get out. I've got two places I can't go now. Keep telling me I'm in this too. We all know you bent up late, spinning threads and tying knots. We all know you spend your days fucking up everything you got. It's all on you, lover, lover, dear, dear. It's all on you. Woo! Pull out my ropes and let them fuck you, they'll cut through. I got better things to do. Pull on my ropes and throw my hands down. I'll get out. I hate it when I made love to you. It's a lovely way to compromise. Tell yourself you never lie. It's a way to go about the way I think about the way you are. You could have done better, you could have done better, you could have done better. We all know you've been up late, spinning threads and tying knots. We all know you spend your days fucking up everything you got. It's all on you, lover, lover, dear, dear. It's all on you. It's all on you, lover, lover, dear, dear. It's all on you.
Snacky Tunes. I'm one half your host, Darren Bresnitz. That was just XNY with Orange, I want to say. Got it. They're going to be playing later. It's great. Now that we're on Sundays, the beer's flowing. There's some macaroons in the house. I got my iced coffee. It's great. Greg is over in London, just being awesome for 2.5 weeks with Ace Hotel. And a big shout out to Taste Talks and Elle Magazine, who had us on a panel with Dale Talday and Carl McCoy yesterday. We talked about chef horror stories, and I was relaying one meat fork to the eye story before. Good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, I want to welcome back to the show one of our dear, dear friends, a real French madame, or Mademoiselle Francaise. Francois? Close? Anna Polonsky, welcome to the show. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
How are you doing? How's your summer?
Good, good. We that's great. We did LA for the first time. So yeah.
Who's we?
I'm sorry. Yeah. So we have this thing called the Fooding, and so we have a guide in France, but we do a lot of events that mix food with music and art spaces. So we've been doing this in America for 5 years, and we started LA for the first time.
Talk to me about LA. What did you find was the biggest difference of New York scene, food scene versus LA food scene?
Well, it's only starting there. I mean, in terms of like creative restaurant scene.
Overall,
you know, I think they're much more chill about it. They're less, you know, it's because it's starting. They don't have this, you know, geeky foodie system.
Yeah.
So people are more chill and more enthusiasts, I thought. Yeah, and I mean, it's so cosmopolitan. It's really fun. It's cool.
So talk to me about the event. I mean, it was a giant success, sold out.
It sold out.
And where was it?
It was at the Geffen, which is the
it's beautiful.
Mocha.
Oh my God.
And it was so we did the same thing as what we did at PS1 5 years ago. So it was the love story between Paris and LA, and we had chefs, musicians, and graphic designers who came from Paris.
What were the highlights?
And the highlights actually Iñaki of Le Châteaubriand.
Oh, do you like a Naki? Oh, I had no idea that you
amazing.
had affection for a Naki.
Yeah, well, he's the ambassador, you know. But also, the Koji truck was amazing. He did a great taco. David Lynch did a playlist. M83 was DJing. I mean, they were all awesome.
M83 DJ.
Yeah. And that was cool. We also had this T-shirt. So Shepard Fairey was doing I Love Paris T-shirt, and Andre was doing the J'aime Los Angeles. It was fun, and again, people were very enthusiastic. It's I feel like they don't have so many food stuff and food events yet in LA, so it's not as saturated as in New York, and that was cool. Musicians were happy. That was fun.
Yeah, I feel like LA. I mean, so much of the modern food scene. Like during the World's Fair in the early 1900s, came to New York, especially with the whole French. Like that's really where that sort of like hot cuisine started.
Yeah.
And then it also sprung up in Berkeley, in San Francisco. But LA is just sort of taking its time.
Yeah.
I mean, for a while, LA was not a great place to eat.
I mean, it's super solid in terms of street food and ethnic food.
No, but even restaurants
New York
now,
big times. But yeah, the restaurant world is definitely.
I mean, LA is now one of the cities where I really have to plan, and I know I'm not going to get to all the places I want to go to.
Yeah, definitely.
And what's going on with the guide this year? We never really talk about the guide when you're on. We always just talk about the events.
Yeah.
So talk to me about the guide. Assuming I've never picked one up.
So it's it started 13 years ago in France, and it was basically the anti-Michelin at the time. So it was this idea of having younger people, cooler
Did you come
people.
out swinging? Did you market as like anti-Michelin?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not. I mean, it's not so much what we communicate on anymore, and we do sell more than the Michelin now in France.
Boom.
Actually, bam, that's it.
Bam.
So yeah, we'd love to do that in America. It's probably the next step. It's much harder to do event. I mean, having a guide and editors and stuff. But
do you do it the same way, where you have like a whole secret society of the fooding tasters and things like that?
It's the most, anonymous testing. So we have like 50 journalists, and we retest every year, and that allows us to discover young chefs and to then work with them on events. So that's fun. Yeah.
Do you do food events in Paris for the fooding?
Yeah, we do 10 per year. Actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what are those like? I've never been to a food event out in Paris. What's the vibe?
Well, it's not foodie at all. Speaking of non-foodie,
really,
because food.
For you to say that Paris is non-foodie sounds.
It's very much about
like
food, but people, it's the relationship to food is much more normal in France. Like we don't really have that sterification of chef and these like food gossips. It's more, people like to eat, and that's it, basically.
That's it.
Yeah.
I like eating, and that's it. There's no. I mean, there's some people.
It's not a statement to like good food. You know what I mean? It's not.
I feel that some people worship at the temple in Paris and food and things like that.
No.
I mean, this whole new movement with Snacky and all those guys.
But Parisians don't wait online to go there. When you go there, it's filled with foreigners actually who worship it. But I mean, it's just that we love food. We're obsessed with food, but it's not a statement, and it's not. You're not part of an elite if you know about food or like food, basically.
So when you go to Paris, where do you eat?
I do mostly wine bars. That's what we miss in New York, I feel.
We got 10 bells.
Yeah, it would be what you have at Estela right now is very Parisian.
Shout out to Thomas Ignacio.
Yeah,
those guys are the best.
Amazing. It's been going well, and we're coming back with this new event in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk about that
later.
In a second.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about that in a second. So, over like the last couple of years, what have you been most proud about Le Fooding? I
think it's funny because when we started, we never thought we had anything to bring to New York because there are so many events and people. And I feel like here the battle was not anti-Michelin because there isn't this, old guards tradition here. But I feel like we're definitely bringing something more chill and laid back. Again, anti-foodie, I would say. So we
Anti-foodie.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just so crazy because when I think about your events, they're so food-driven.
they are food driven, but they're also they're outside of the restaurants. It brings artists
Right.
as well and non-food people and the crowd. You do have foodies obviously because we have famous chefs, but you also have people who come for the vibe, for the culture. I mean, it is food driven, but it's definitely. I feel like it puts food in a wider cultural perspective than just food for food.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk about this year's upcoming fooding thing, which is going to be totally awesome, at one of my favorite spaces in all of Brooklyn right now. And it was the home of your now-deceased party. We'll talk about that as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I thought was going to be my new Sunday staple.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah, that was cool. We're very sad.
Yeah, the neighbors.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I drove 300 miles today. I'm tired, but I won't take a break. My God, just open up your eyes. My God, what can I do to change your mind? 'Cause no one can stop me from loving you the way I should. And no one can stop me from loving you the way I will. No one can stop me from loving you the way I want to. No one can stop me from loving you the way I do. I've said some things I should not say. That don't mean that you should stray. My God, just open up your eyes. My God, what can I do to change your mind? 'Cause no one can stop me from loving you the way I should. And no one can stop me from loving you the way I will. No one can stop me from loving you the way I want to. No one can stop me
Sorry, you caught me mid-bite, and we're just trading that game of, like, where do you live in New York stories. We have Anna Polonsky from the Fooding in-house. Anna, it's so good to see you.
Thank you. Hi.
I got so used to seeing you every Sunday when you're doing your... Is Le Gautier?
Le goûter.
What does that mean?
Le goûter in France is because kids don't have dinner so early, so they have a snack after school, like at 5 p.m. So that's called le goûter.
And what was it?
So we did it at Rez, which is this new chef residency started by the Frankies. So it's in Red Hook, and basically me, Nancy Wang from LCD Sound System, and Sue of Momofuku, and our friend Zach. We just started to do like outdoor house parties, basically. That was the concept.
It was awesome. It reminded me of like the early days of another infamous Sunday party, where I would go and just like it was because it was like great music, good food. I went because mostly it was like I got to see all the people who, since we work so much, and you know, I knew like every other week I was going to see everybody, no matter what.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, it was very very chill. We had that girl Courtney who works at Milk Bar, Momofuku, and she did this pop-up taqueria that was awesome, Casablanca. And yeah, great music, Museum of Love, DJ'd. We had J-Pad from the Knox. Great guys, yeah.
Until the neighbors complained.
Yeah, community board. So we had to start. We did one at Battery Harris in Williamsburg, and but we want to do it again the fall. We'll just have to.
I went to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
It was. I mean, Rez has a very special vibe. It's
Yeah,
kind of
Rez
hard
is.
to
I mean, it's
compete.
literally. I mean, people talk about Red Hook being sort of out there. Rez is even out there as far as Red Hook standards. There's like a bus that goes there. There's no train.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But you could state
But the vibe is just so special.
It's so special.
For some reasons.
And you're going to be tapping into that special vibe very soon on the 27th and 28th.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Le Fooding is back.
Le
Talk to
Fooding
me
is
about
back.
the time machine.
Yeah.
Am I
so
saying that right?
The time machine, I mean, I guess, your accent would be better than mine.
Depending what language.
So it's a play on word between an actual time machine and an inn, as in a place where you eat. So, you know, we always have a story for the events, and this year we're basically making a little bit fun of ourselves and how hipster food has become with trends. You know,
I don't know what you're talking about as I sit inside a shipping container at Roberta's eating artisanal pizza. But go on.
My point exactly. And you know, it's not only our fault, but we're partly responsible. So we're kind of making fun of this, you know, by showing how now it works like fashion with trends. And it started since about 30 years ago. But we're also paying tribute to some like serious trendsetters of the past 30 years. So we identified 3 trends: the fusion food for the 90s, gastronomy for the 2000s, and farm to table for the recent years. And it's going to be 100 people per night, seated with a set menu. And so you'll have this progression with the 90s starter, 2000s main, and farm to table dessert. And it's going to be paired with cocktails too, whiskey cocktails. So Tristan from Booker and Dax is going to do the mixology, like 2000s cocktail, etc., etc. We'll have music, not a band, but we'll have this pianist, Mike Cassidy, who's going to play hits from each decades.
Is he going to play some like Billy Joel?
That's on the list, absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean,
but also
1970s.
Robbie Williams for the 2000s, you know.
Oh my God. Well, my parents explained when they were living in New York in the 70s that Billy Joel was their artist. In the way that I think a lot of people maybe see James Murphy as like our guy who's singing about New York. Billy Joel was their guy. He just got them. He knew it. He knew what it was like to live in that uptown, apartment and things like that.
Iconic.
So, what are you most excited about for the dinners coming up? It's 2 nights.
It's 2 nights.
Is it sold out yet?
Yeah. Well, we kept a few tickets that we're gonna start selling again tomorrow, but it basically sold out for everything we've put online. And I just like these formats because you know sometimes we do some. The thing I was speaking about in LA was more like standing. Picnic, more lines, you know. So I like these seated formats, and it's going to be communal tables, so you get together with people, and the lineup is pretty cool too. The Franks are doing the farm to table, love the Franks. But we also have some less obvious participants.
Are there going to be some surprises?
yeah, actually, we do have some surprises.
Can you share them with us? No
No.
one listens to the show anyway.
I can't say everything, but it involves Aziz Ansari.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Is it gonna be,
Voilà.
gonna be
So
doing
anyway,
it-
that's a surprise.
will it be doing a set?
No, it's
Oh.
actually food related. But so yeah, for fusion, we have Peter Gordon, who is this guy. He had the Sugar Club in the 90s in London, where Madonna would go, Ralph Lauren. It was this sort of holy lounge of fusion food back in the days.
The F word.
Yeah, the F word. But this guy is cool. He opened Public in New York, and like he keeps doing.
Oh yeah.
So you know, he's
Public's
actually.
amazing.
He's one of the inventors somehow, so it's actually smart fusion. And then for the bistronomy, we have Yves Candebord, who invented it in Paris, from Le Comptoir du Relais.
See, your accent's better there.
Really?
than mine, if I
I'm
would say
sure.
that.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm happy. It's because you tend to see, you know, the same people in every food event right now. Iñaki is one of them. The Franks are one of them. So it's kind of exciting to also bring other chefs.
Yeah, I think it's really great. You know, that's the tough thing with these so many food festivals, which have now become like concerts. It's just
Yeah.
a variation on the same lineup. But
Yeah.
you guys are always forward thinking with that type of stuff.
We try to. I mean, it goes with this whole anti-foodie thing. You know, we're not only about the trendy chef. It's also about people who meant in the past and like smaller people, and you know.
Well, I mean, last year's event was huge. I mean, it was all over Brooklyn.
Yeah,
I mean, there was a dozen events. It was crazy.
yeah. It was 5 days. It was called the Brooklyn Fling, actually. So it was a tribute to this scene.
And I met some of my favorite British guys. Shout out to the Young Turks.
The Young Turks. Yeah.
It was the only time I've ever, I don't want to say like chef crushed out, but like I knew about them.
Did
from
you just say that? Oh my
I did.
God.
Well, no, because like I mean they're cool. Like I heard about them before, and then I was at the Sean Brock dinner, and I think I was with you, and you're like, those are the Young Turks, and I just went up to them. I was like, I've read about you, I know about your stuff. I want to take you out on the town with a group of other. There were other people, and I took them out for a night. It was we like you know.
They had just gotten in town, right? Were
Yeah, they got in
out
town.
of
I
the
took them out.
plane.
I did your standard like we did like Mission Chinese to backstage at Webster Hall to rooftop at Le Bin, and it's just like you know all
Yeah.
the old party tricks.
Yeah.
They're great though.
Well,
But this year's a little bit more concentrated though.
When-
Well, I mean, you're not doing 5 days and a dozen
No,
events. You're
well,
doing
we
2 days.
we sort of focused on LA this year because you know we're a very small team and it was the first time there, so we wanted to do something good. But it was still important to do something in New York, so you know it's going to be more intimate and it's cool. I like the theme. I think it's very relevant to speak about that right now.
I can't tell you how many friends I've lost to LA this year. It's the worst joke. It's like, okay, I got it. Very funny.
Oh well,
Keep taking all my best friends.
they were all at the Fooding. That's why.
Yeah, I bet they were.
Yeah.
Travis and
Travis,
Sarah
yeah.
and all of them. Amrit's out there too now. He's moving.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway, so as we wrap up, and I know that you're always looking at restaurants, what's on your must-eat list restaurants for the fall?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not gonna, it's not a revolution, but Estella, that we just spoke about, is definitely...
You should go back. They were on our show if you want to listen to the podcast. They were great. Those
yeah,
two.
I will. I mean, they're amazing, and they were already amazing, you know, separately, and like, now they're together. It's just incredible.
It's really amazing to see Thomas Ignacio. I mean, they're both married, I think, but they definitely have like a relationship as a couple, being like a chef and a som and like being business partners. I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
Like Greg and I went out to dinner with them, and it felt very much like a double date. Even though Greg is my twin brother, it was very much like we're partners and you're partners in business. And
Yeah.
Anyway.
Bromance. Yeah.
Oh my god, so much bromance.
No, they're cool, and it's very, you know, pure and solid, and they're not trying to put too much content. It's just really straightforward.
It's
and
straightforward.
delicious.
It's straightforward and refreshing in a way that I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah. So that's great. I love these guys at Gladys that for some reasons no one really
Where?
found out about for now, but it's incredible. Gladys is in Crown Heights.
Okay.
Mike has the Morris grilled cheese truck too, and the chef Nick was at Frenny's before. It's incredible. I mean, it's just delicious. And it's in Crown Heights, so it's probably why no one speaks about it for now. But
Yeah, Crown Heights. Have you been to Glassery yet?
yeah, loved it.
Top notch.
Great. Yeah,
So good.
yeah. Greg sent me there actually.
That's because I sent him anyway. We had a very nice there with Justin. Got to shout it out. Stacy and Justin Chernow, congratulations on their baby boy Felix.
Did it happen?
I have a photo. I'll show it to you.
Oh my god, amazing.
But shout out Justin of Turing Machine.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. That's right. A couple of Jews in the house. Did you have a nice Yom Kippur? Did you fast?
No, not this year.
Yeah.
Did you?
No.
No.
My mom called me.
You just did the dinner at the end of the fast.
I know.
Without fasting. Yeah.
I on Friday night, I had gotten some like Chinese spare rib takeout. My mom texted me. She's like, "I hope you have a nice fast." I was like, "You too." Well, Anna, it's always a pleasure.
Yeah. Thanks for having me again.
Yes. And so, what are the nuts and bolts? What's the website?
Oh yeah. So check. It's. Do you want to say it with your accent because it's gonna be.
What?
Completely.
LeFooding.com, right?
LeGrandFooding.com. Is it clear?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at it's LeFooding.com.
So that's the guide. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you wanna.
No, you can also get to the.
If you wanna go to the event.
You can also get to it.
Yeah. LeGrandFooding.com. Easier.
Is there an E at the end of grand? Is a grande?
No. Just like.
LEGRANDFOODING.
Thanks for translating.
No problem. LeGrandFooding.com.
Allah,
So I want to welcome XNY to Snacky Tunes, who already, before they've even played a song, have just become my favorite band ever to show up because they brought ribs.
Woo!
He's like, oh, I did my research on you guys. And I go, okay. And you nailed it. These ribs are awesome.
Thank you.
Why don't you introduce yourself, and then we'll talk about the ribs.
I'm Jacob.
And I'm Pam.
Shout out to Damien. Eat pizza. What up, girly action? Listen, we'll say it before, say it again. Without PR and agents and things like that, our show would exist. So, hats off to you. You've gotten us out of so many jams.
We're just amazing, I know.
I know.
We're the best.
Girly action, represent.
What's up? So, I know we're supposed to talk about the music, but talk to me about these ribs. Because no one's ever brought us ribs before. We got pulled pork from John at Dinosaur Barbecue.
Okay, I almost did pulled pork.
No, these are great. I love ribs. Who doesn't? The tactile feeling of eating ribs is like amazing.
No, it's internal. That's how food is supposed to be eaten, where you just like grab it and it gets everywhere, and then you kind of like feel bad, but not really, and you keep going.
That's the point. Keep
Yeah,
it. Don't
it's
clean
supposed to be dirty.
I'm gonna clean it. I'll get barbecues on my leg.
Lick it
But
off.
you won a barbecue rib competition.
It wasn't like anything big. It was like
Okay, did you compete against other people making ribs?
Yes, I did.
Did you win?
I did.
Then that's great.
Yeah, I fucking killed it.
Yeah. Don't sell yourself short. These are great. There's a lot of sauce. Ooh, these are good.
Yeah, I like sauce a lot.
Do you get the benefits of his cooking?
Yeah, that's all I do.
Awesome.
That's why he's in the band.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tryouts weren't so much of how well you could drum, but if you could like make ribs.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You keep Pam fed, she stays happy.
Yeah, it's true. I'm very hungry right now.
We got pizza. I guess 'cause you're
I
about to play,
know.
right?
That's why.
Yeah.
But I keep staring at it. And I really want it.
We always do that with bands. We're like, oh, hey, here's some lactose. Do you want to just eat some cheese before you gotta stay? So how did you two meet? How did you get together?
We were living in Boston, where Jacob won the riboff, and we were next door neighbors, and we actually met because he was playing very loudly with his drum set next door, and I told him to shut up, and so we need to play together instead, which worked. And then he made a deal with me because apparently he was stealing my internet, and he said, "Listen, if I steal your internet, can I make you dinner like once or twice a month?"
It was like a
And I
trade-off.
said,
I was like,
"Hell yeah."
I was like, I don't want to pay for internet, but I'll cook you dinner because Pam just pretty much lives off of peanut butter jelly and pretzels.
And now
so-
ribs.
It's true.
And now
ribs. But now we moved in together, so now I just get food all the
Are
time.
you two together?
No.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Not really, kind of.
Are we? Are we
knows?
related?
I don't know. Look, I mean, you're stealing her internet. You're making her meals. You're living in together. You're playing a band together.
It does sound we have children together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, we sleep at the same bed. It's head to toe, top sheet, bottom sheet. That's great. Oh, Boston. I don't miss you that much.
At all.
At
all.
all. I
Isn't
never
that
think about it.
surprising?
When I graduated from BU, I left the next day, and I've been back for maybe 18 hours for like work.
Yeah.
24
It's
hours
24
city.
hours.
Not even. I
You
would
go
say
in and then
23
leave.
hours. If
I
you
go
get
there-
there for 24 hours,
We
that's a
actually
little too
went
much.
there and we told each other we're not going to stay here for more than 24 hours. And about hour 22, Pam calls me at like 7 in the morning and was like, we need to get the fuck out of here. And
Pick
we
me
did.
up.
We couldn't even do 24 hours.
I go there, I get like anastacaria, and I go there, and
yeah.
I'm like, what do I even want to do here?
Exactly. You have to be there for a reason. And that's
Yeah.
a good one.
That's an anastacaria.
It's a good reason.
The band that we had in last week was from Boston. They were great. They were a lot of fun.
Who
There's a
was
whole
it?
new like,
yeah, what was
Boston-
it?
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter who it was because they're from Boston.
Shit, Pam. You can't say that. That's a
I
major
mean, what
city.
is it- what- I mean, I don't know what it is about Boston that just
Sucks.
It's totally true. People really like. I have a real just problem with. I don't know. Like the winters are really tough. The people are really mean.
Yeah. I mean, Pam and I we ended our education early to get out of there.
Where did you guys go to school?
We were at Berkeley, and
Okay.
after like 2 years, both of us were just like,
No.
no, done.
It's the city. I mean, I think that they would have a lot more.
I think if they stayed open past 8 p.m.
Ugh,
That's
the
what, I
tea.
think that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like
I-
the curfew, the
yeah.
city curfew.
Well, the band last week, Karl Marx, they're like part of like the new music trend. And then there's like a whole new scene. I mean, like there is camaraderie, but I think it's camaraderie in the shittiness of Boston.
I completely agree with you.
I mean, there's some good food up there. Like Jamie Bissonette's places are great, but like,
But it's not good enough.
No, it's not like the way that like Philly has gotten its own scene now. And I love, like,
Yeah,
Philly
Philly
is
is great
awesome.
food.
And I used to feel that way about Philly, like, because that's where I grew up. I was like, I'm never going back there. I never go back there. I'm like, oh, I love this town. And, like, it's got its own identity. Boston's just like...
It's like a city of almosts. It's like
Oh.
almost.
That's, yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
That was almost good.
Okay. Well, you know what's going to be great?
What?
When you play a song for us right now.
Ooh, stop it.
Yeah.
Great
I'm
segue.
Okay.
Wait, is Jacob? Jacob's still eating pizza.
He's good.
Let's do it.
This whole show is about sneaking in bites of pizza. So what's the first song that we got?
I think we're gonna play Jaw. Are we?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay,
We're gonna
here we
play Jaw.
go.
This is a. Oh yeah.
No, you
Okay.
can do it.
I mean, you can do it.
No,
Please.
you-
No,
you-
please do it.
So here's Jaw by XNY live on Snacky Tunes, the pizza remix.
Yeah. As I munch on pizza icing.
Yeah. Okay.
Set me on fire. My lover and I had a hard few nights getting used to the bite. I'm a shock now. Got a switchblade tucked into my teeth. It's a sharp trade for a faulty grenade. I'm a quick thief. Who's to say I'm making friends with the monuments? I'm not the same as your brother. Who's to say I'm making friends with the monuments? I've yet to see a single man do more than me. Oh! Eat me alive. I've got a knife to my throat. Now I hope you like me. It's right. How I come for the choke and I live for the fight. I'm a knight. Huh? Come to me close so I know you know. Take a bite. Never be more than a rat in my jaw. Who's to say I'm making friends with the monuments? I'm not the same as your brother. Who's to say I'm making friends with the monuments? I've yet to see a single man do more than me. Oh! Set me on fire. My lover and I had a hard few nights getting used to the bite. I'm a shark now. Set me on fire. Set me on fire. Ooh.
Yeah.
Woo!
Woo.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's some good stuff.
Thanks.
Man, a lot of voice coming out of that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of voice coming out of this thing. There's a lot of food going into it. You know?
A lot of food going in, a lot of voice coming out. So what do you guys love about playing with each other? You guys seem to have like a really good connection. You guys seem to be friends.
Oh yeah.
Real good friends.
Yeah?
We built this friendship
From stolen internet, right?
from
Yeah.
stolen internet.
Oh, can I ask what the network name was? Was it something funny?
No, it
No.
was like a Tory. That's how he knew it was me. It's my last name.
Oh,
It wasn't.
Now our
it wasn't
internet name
far.
is Funkatron or something.
Planet Funkatron.
Planet Funkatron.
that's good. I feel like there's a whole humor sect of wireless names.
Yeah, there. Somebody in our building, it goes really hog wild with it. Where
Like they change it like every day.
like every week. It's new, and it's usually like current with what's going on.
I feel like that's the new answering machine message.
right. Yeah,
It's like the wireless connection.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
totally.
it's really short, and only a few people really can appreciate the creativity that goes into it.
So when you guys got the fuck out of Boston, you knew you were coming to New York?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the plan.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Bright
still
Lights,
the
big
plan.
city?
Yeah.
That just drew you?
I think it was just because there's more than 2 music venues in New York. I'm really dissing.
Yeah,
on
you're
Boston.
going.
It's totally
I feel
fine.
like it's like a bitter lover. I'm like, you really betrayed me.
I have no love lost for that city.
Okay, good. I'm so glad.
Like, the only good view of Boston is in the rearview mirror.
Do you know that sign that says "U-turn
Oh,
to Boston"?
It's right.
Do you think
next to
anyone
BU.
takes it? It's
right-
right next to View.
Yeah.
Right when
You know
you're
what I'm talking
heading
about?
out, there's this giant sign. It's just like you turn to Boston, you can go out, and it'll take you to Cambridge, and we're always just like, fuck no.
So you came to New York. You live close to here, right?
Yeah, we live off Graham.
Okay. Well, don't say where you live.
I know. I was just taking it back. No
Yeah.
one really cares. Please come. We need friends.
So how long have you been in the city?
2 years now.
Yeah, too.
You liking it?
Yeah, I love it. I think it's fun.
So what community, like what's who are your colleagues in the music world, like who you jamming with? Who you gigging with,
Ooh.
as they say.
Ooh, do they say that?
I don't know, maybe in the 80s. Maybe we'll check out the Fooding if they said gigging. Who you playing with?
We play with a lot of different people. We're still like we really play a lot of New York shows, and we're starting our tour in the spring to do some bigger stuff, which we're doing like without any other bands really. So it's
Yeah,
like,
we're getting a lot of help from Silent Lions, which is an Ohio-based band. They're kind of like road warriors, where they just are playing constantly.
Constantly gigging on the road.
Yeah, just like living out of a van type of thing.
Does that hold any desire for you two? To
living
be
out
just
of a van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Like,
definitely
hit the road.
does. Yeah, we just don't have a van. We have a 4-door sedan, which is great for regional.
Well, it's just the two of you, right?
Yeah.
And how much gear do you have?
I mean, not a lot. It's pretty much my drum set, and then Pam has 2 guitars and an amp. So it's not too
not
much.
a lot.
It fills the car up for sure.
No, I guess your vehicle also doubles as possibly where you're crashing at
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, we've definitely had several nights like trying to push the 2 front seats back
We
as
had-
much as we could.
Yeah, and we stayed at this one place. This person that came to our show, we were like, "Hey, we really need a place to crash," and we went, and it was the most bizarre. It was the most bizarre
The van?
sleeping experiment. It was the van.
Which-
Yeah,
what are
that
you
was great.
talking about?
I'm talking about we slept in a basement, and the person that we slept who let us sleep there was sleeping on the couch, and like they let us sleep in their bed, which is in the basement. Sounds very, very sketchy. It is, and the person said, I have to sleep with the TV on. It's just comforting to me. So we're like, okay, fine, whatever. So we wake up at like 2 a.m. and it's a channel of Jesus Christ and
It was
and
it was
all
one of
about
those, like,
Jesus.
really religious.
I mean, it was the most frightening thing to try to sleep to, and we both just sat there and tossed and turned all night thinking, how are we going to shut this off? And we couldn't figure out how to shut it off.
She had it on. It wasn't just on though. It was like at max volume.
Yeah.
So, and it was a big screen TV, like an old
But
school.
she was at your show.
Yes.
Yeah. But she was passed out. She was fine. But
Passed
we were
out because
just.
she was comforted.
Yeah,
by
she was
the
comforted
TV.
by the warm embrace of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
And we were like having nightmares, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, I think I'm dying tonight."
Yeah.
we need to get out of here. And we left at 5.
We did. It was another. We need to get the hell out of here.
You start to realize when you do those type of things, like if you go on tour, you do like a lot of crashing with people, is the really, really just like unique way that a lot of people sleep.
Yeah.
And how you realize you only, I mean, look, everyone sleeps next to like a dozen people in their life. If it's not some like drunken pass out or something like
Yeah.
that, but like when you're like what? It's like, yeah, they had the bathtub running all night and like their parakeet was chirping and they were asleep, but what keeps me awake is like those old clocks when you can hear the second hand moving.
Oh,
It sounds
interesting.
I don't know what it is, and like people fall asleep. I was like, isn't it so loud? Like, can you not hear that?
Wait, that keeps you...
Keeps me up.
Oh, keeps you awake.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you're saying it keeps you asleep.
Yeah,
I'm like,
like,
that
no
is
way.
really
like counting
creepy.
sheep or
No
something.
way. It's like anxiety. It's like here's
That's
the
me
second.
thinking,
Yeah.
wow, time is really going by, and I'm not doing anything right now. What am I going to do?
Sleep.
I'm dying right
Listen-
now.
Pam has a lot of death
Spirals.
thoughts while she's trying to go to bed.
Are you cooking on the road at all? Do you like what's your food game like?
Cooking on the road?
Making peanut butter and sandwiches?
Yeah, we do a lot of packing. You know, I actually have this weird thing. I never eat fast food ever, just because it makes me feel sick. But for some reason, well, like when you're drunk, it doesn't really count. I don't think it is because it like Taco Bell becomes
That
like
stuff
the
makes
sacred food.
Oh, but wait, that stuff makes me feel worse than drinking.
Oh, it's
Like
fast
when I eat
food?
that stuff late at night.
Yeah, it's horrible.
When I go for fourth meal, terrible.
Feels good going down, but
Fourth meal.
but like when we go on the road, I have this tradition where I have to eat at McDonald's.
Yeah.
You know what?
So-
I totally understand.
I don't know what it is, and I always regret
What's your
it.
order? What do you
And
get?
I always get the 2 cheeseburgers with the small fry and a large iced tea.
That's a good order.
And I put the fries on the cheeseburgers.
Ooh.
I know.
I have to
It
do
looks
it.
so good. I can't do it because
Yeah,
I love fries, and I can't. And their fries just taste like plastic to me.
Yeah, if I go to McDonald's, I get I get a large vanilla shake
Those
and
are good,
like
though.
a giant fry, and that's what I'll eat.
Ooh.
Interesting.
It's awful. I mean, like
Do you ever go to Wendy's and
Yeah.
dip the fries
Isn't the
in
Frosty?
the Frosty?
totally.
All the
It's like
time.
the salty and sweet thing. I don't know
Yeah.
what it does. It's
It's
just like...
it's a big move.
You guys both sound like you're PMSing
Really?
as you're talking about this.
I
the
have been
salty
feeling
and sweet.
bloated lately.
Yeah, and my emotions have been running out of control. All right. In honor of me needing some comforting music while I menstruate, why don't we have you play another song?
All right. We'll do it.
What
Only
do
for your
you have?
menstruation.
Cure for the cramps. What do you got?
Ooh, Cure for the Cramps.
Yeah, it's a freebie if you need
All
a
right,
song
okay,
title.
Okay. Cure for the Cramps goes out to... Should we do Rotten? Is that,
Yeah, we can do Rotten.
Is that a good title to go for Cure for the Cramps?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Ride On?
It's right on. Yeah.
All right, we'll do Rotten.
Okay.
Cover me and drag my bones. My lover told me I was headed home. Where'd you go? I gathered all your favorite things. I told you I felt nothing. I was headed home. Where'd you go? How long can you keep this up? How far do you feel anything? I know you had to go, I know you had to. I know you think it's bad for you, I think it's bad for me. My mouth is full of cotton, my mind is rotten. I walk on nails every day just to keep bad thoughts away. The nights are getting harder to fight. I smother my pride. I hope you might be hoping that I might. It's easy for you, it's easy for you. I don't have the drugs to keep me quiet. Quiet. It's easy for you, it's easy for you. I don't have the drugs to keep me quiet. Quiet. How long can you keep this up? How far do you feel anything? I know you had to go, I know you had to. I know you think it's bad for you, I think it's bad for me. Whoa, you never look better, oh, you never look so free. Whoa, was it easy to get off of? It was easier for me. For me. Why did you go like that? Why did you love me and never look back? Why did you go like that? Why did you love me and never look back? Why did you go
epic.
Oh, thank
Man.
you. Wow.
That's so great.
Wonderful.
So cool.
I'm so glad that you're liking it. Would you say if you weren't, though? It's like Boston?
No, I'm pretty,
Obvious.
No, I mean, look, we don't book things that we don't like on the show.
Oh, this
It's
is
really, it's a very good litmus test. Like, if you're on the show, we'd like you.
Oh, that's so nice.
I don't know. That's our agenda.
The same goes for us with
Awesome.
you.
Thank you. Well, we know that we all love ribs and we hate Boston.
I know. I think we're on a good first date.
Man, I have to say, I know I keep harping on this. We talk so much shit on Boston in this show. I would say at least every couple of weeks, it's just like, fuck that place.
Yeah.
I think it's good to talk shit about it. It's
Because people love it.
What
All
if
right.
it's the
Well, you know what? We gotta
punching
stop. We gotta stop. So you guys are going on the road.
Yes.
What cities are you gonna hit?
We're hitting all of the above.
All the above? A through D.
All of
Yeah.
it.
A through D. Is this your first big tour?
It is.
Yeah. it would be
Oh
the
my god.
biggest.
You gotta take off work, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
How many
Yeah.
weeks are you going on the road for?
We don't know. Oh, I think 3.
We'll probably be taking
3 to
3
4.
off, yeah.
Yeah.
Do the people we won't say where you work, but
Okay.
it's a very suit and tie professional
yeah.
place. Do they know about your musical?
They do, and they're very supportive of it, kind of.
Well, I bet you there's a lot of people who are there who just man, I gave up my...
There are.
Yeah.
I mean, they all come to me secretly while I'm at the front. I do reception, right? So
Yeah.
I'll be at the front. They'll come to me and be like, I play piano. I'm like, "Do
So
you really?"
ashamed.
And they're like, yeah, I stopped playing 5 years ago. The job. I was like, the job. This is so. It's all about the job.
Oh, I bet you they use the word gig.
they totally use. The
They
word
totally... It's like, oh, you got a gig tonight?
Yeah, and they're really, and they get smile like you're smiling.
Yeah. That's, it's a lot of, really, I know a lot of people who had a lot of love for musical instruments, and they get into those jobs where they're 60, 70 hours a week, and the family,
And the money.
and the money.
It's all about the money.
It is all about the money.
That's what I've learned.
Really?
Yeah, it's like everyone's in it for the money.
No one likes their job where you work?
I think some people do, but I think that it's at the end of the day, it's like, holy crap, I can get a lot of money.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of jobs that are based in, finance and things like that. The ultimate goal is to make as much money as possible, and they don't really
Exactly.
care, as we've seen.
But that starts to make them happy, so then they like their job.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. Ugh,
I know, isn't it hell
mind
to think
fuck.
about?
It's a mind fuck.
It's a mind
Yeah.
fuck.
it's a total mindfuck.
Yeah.
Well, at least they know about it. At least you're not trying to keep it a secret.
Yeah, I went into it and I was like, listen, I'm a musician, and then they hired me, which I was like, wow, that worked. And I think it's because they knew that I would just be okay with doing really shitty work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, I
we
do
can
all the
abuse
bitches.
this.
She's an artist. She can get
Make
coffee.
her clean out that closet.
Yeah. Hey, could you do your artist music thing to the copier room? Do they ever make you perform at the company parties?
No, I skipped the last one. I think we had a gig, so I didn't.
No.
make it.
Oh!
I know.
You got a gig.
No,
I
do
had
you know?
a gig.
Do you know what it was? I remember
What?
you were seeing Beyonce.
I was seeing
Oh.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because I was like,
Uh-huh.
listen, you guys, I can't make it. I'm going to see Beyonce, and they're like, okay, fine.
No one was excited that you were seeing Beyonce?
I mean, there were a couple of people that they were jealous.
Right.
This companies are run on jealousy. To
Um,
be honest.
I have to say, at my new company, I don't think there's jealousy.
Really? That's
Yeah.
a good company then.
They're really good. Shout out to Refinery 29. Holding me
Shout it
down.
out, yeah.
What is
No, it's
it?
great. Refinery 29. They're the best. It's they have a no mean girls policy.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
there aren't really mean girls at this one.
No, I can't imagine working in a place like that. Look, fooding
Are
isn't
you a
like
mean
that.
girl?
Do
Were
I-
you disappointed?
Do
by
I
it?
seem like a mean girl?
I mean, I feel like if I put on a wig on you, you'd be kind of mean.
I don't know. I really just.
Have you
one of
ever
the.
dressed in drag?
If I were dressed in drag, I did dress in drag once.
And were you mean?
No, I used to do. All right, fine. I used to do theater in high school.
Okay.
And I did carpentry,
Oh,
and the third night of every performance was the prank night, and so myself and this other guy named Judah Dickstein, also Jewish, just in case you were wondering, Judah Dickstein. You're supposed to wear all black when you're changing sets, and we didn't say anything. We just both showed up in drag, and
that's
just
awesome.
changed sets, just did our job exactly
Oh
the
my
same.
God.
And so we would come out and move sets, and we were in dresses.
That's
and like
awesome.
it took people a little bit of time because it was like, you know, it was like dark and we were wearing black. But then like after like the second, third time, people like saw that like, you know, we were wearing like stuffed bras and like panty, like so.
That's
really,
awesome.
Really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's the only time because I was like, how am I gonna top that? Because I'm not really a Halloween guy.
Yeah.
Are you a Halloween people?
Not really.
Yeah.
I used to get really into it. Not really though.
I was Pam, the cooking spray once.
Oh, that was my favorite. That
And
was actually
my
one
top,
thing.
And then I just didn't.
That's
ever
when
get
I
back
knew that
there.
I liked Pam, like off the bat.
That's
like,
a great
We
pun.
friended each other, and I saw like a picture on her Facebook, and she's dressed as Pam, and I was like, boom.
Friends.
Friends. Man, I could keep talking for forever, but I want to get one more song in before we run out of time.
Okay, sure, definitely.
But you guys can stick around. We got pizza to eat.
I know. I have to have a slice.
You should have to have more than
Yeah.
a slice because I'm super full because I ate
Well, I'm
literally
full
every
too.
station at Taste Talk, and then I'm going to the Cook It Raw thing afterwards, and then I'm going to go home
What
and
is that? Are they cooking or is it raw?
I don't know. It's a really big to do, and I'm like, oh, I should read up on about it before I go, and I just have
Do you think
not.
it's raw?
I think there's a lot of foraging. I don't know.
I feel like
is
most.
it raw and cooked?
I feel like most food starts off raw before you cook it.
I don't know. Maybe it's they're wearing like unwashed denim and it's like raw denim. I don't know, terrible joke. Well, I can't thank you enough for coming on, Damien.
Yeah.
You got to send me the album. One track is just not going to do it.
You got it.
Where can people find you online? What are the nuts and bolts?
xnymusic.com is our website, and then Facebook is facebook.com/XNYofficial. Because there are people that try to be us.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a company in China that makes watches and
Based on us.
and is trying to take our name.
Yeah.
And then all your tour dates are up there and everything. Do you guys have like a band camp or where can people get the album?
We
Oh,
have
yeah.
the Bandcamp. It's on our website.
Okay.
Under music, and you can buy the album off there or on iTunes. If you just type in XNY, it'll come up.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's
album's
all
orange.
letters. X, N, Y. There's a lot of. Is it X?
It's
and
great. That's some
Y?
good Googleability,
Ind-
right?
Yeah, totally.
Optimized
You'd think.
SEO.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I mean, we have bands on here that's like the summer, you know, or like Hugo Boss. I wish, actually, that'd be a great band name, but
That would be.
That'd be
You
a
should
good
start
band.
that band.
my days of being in music groups, so it's the job. Got no time to be in a band. Got no time to be a DJ anymore.
I want to name my band Cooked Raw.
Ooh.
Cooked raw.
Wait, did you just break up the
I think
band?
we just broke up.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
You and I
Well-
are starting a band.
As long as my part of the band could be like percussion sounds with me eating ribs and then
Oh my
dropping the
gosh.
bones on the plate. Yeah,
Dropping the bones on the plate. That's a great line.
yeah.
That's a
That's,
good
that
lyric.
should be the title of your album.
No, that should be. Put that in your next song. Put the,
Yeah, I'm dropping the bones on the plate.
you know, like the tears
The-
that drop from my face, or like the bones you dropped on the plate.
Oh my god.
That's great. That's a good breakup
Brilliant.
lyric.
Yeah. There you go.
Like, who are you dating? That sounds intense.
Oh, I got a great girlfriend. She's a writer. I credit, you know. She never likes the stuff I
Credit her.
write for her, though. I'm like, babe, put this in your next article. She's like, oh, shut up with your 24 hours of puns and terrible jokes. Well, listen, I want to thank you guys. This is awesome. Totally love the Sunday show.
Yeah,
great.
it's
This
very
is
relaxing.
Super vibes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really nice in the winter too, because they bring in, if you can't see it, but in Roberta's they bring in this like wood fire burning oven,
Oh.
and it's just relaxed. We'll get all snug up in the shipping containers. Well, I want to shout out everybody, Heritage Radio, Roberta's. Greg and I are taking next week off. He's gonna be in London still, and I'm going out to Feast with Mike Thielen, which was one of my favorite episodes this year. He and I just talked for an hour and a half. No musical breaks. It was great. We just
Was it only your favorite episode?
I don't
The
know.
listeners like it.
I don't know. We should ask our 6 listeners. And 7 if you count our mom. I know. I don't know. If you like us, just find us at Snacky Tunes and just tell us that you're out there listening.
I like you.
I
like
know.
you
You
too.
brought me ribs. I really like you. And of course, shout out to Girly Action. Hold us
Yeah.
down.
Woo woo.
Always. So thank you. And Anna, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for teaching me how to say things in French. All right, so what's the last song you're going to take us out on?
We're gonna play Right On.
Right on.
Right on.
All right, so here we go. XNY, right on, live on Snacky Tunes. We'll be back in 2 weeks with Alan Salkin, who just wrote a tell-all book on the Food Network. It's amazing. I'm like almost done with it. It's There's some shit that went down.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I've heard it's kind of a crazy environment back there.
Yeah, I mean that's the environment that I left to take this.
Wow.
It's nuts. And you read the book and you go like, oh, trying to sell TV shows is nuts.
Wow.
But it's a great book. And Alan Salkin, I told him, he was on here years ago. And he's like, when can I come back on? And I was like, when you finish your book. So we're having him back on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't budge. I drew a line in the sand. I was like, just finish your fucking book already.
Is it like a Kitchen Confidential Part 2 type of
No, I mean, it's really a biography of it. But it's
Okay.
great. If you really want to learn, I mean, if you have any interest in the Food Network, it's a must-read. If you have any interest in like television or just that type of stuff, it's great. They have all the heavy hitters. Everyone's been interviewed.
Awesome.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
I love
it's
behind
super
the
cool.
scenes.
Yeah. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Man, I'm just dragging this out. I don't want to end. All right, here we go. Right on XNY on Snacky Tunes. We'll see you in a couple weeks. And if you're going to be out in Portland for Feast, find me online. We'll say hi. We'll do a high five. All right. Take it away.
I don't know if I can change the world. I was helpless a mile ago. Well, I'm just about to end it all, and here I am looking for a way out. It took a heavy heart to hold me down. I was running blind. I was leaving all your secrets. No, I long to keep them far away from you and all your demons. Take a look, it'll do you good. It's not for you, it's for the children. We're keeping time on all your baby rhymes. It's better if we kill them. If we get out, it's not about us, it's for them. I swear to God. And I'm not good for you. I got trouble I can't speak of, I can't keep to myself, and I'm not used to you. I got bigger things to do. I'll grow up just for the fear of getting better. It's like a drug, I hold my tongue and let my mind get bigger. It's bound to get me by. If they think I'm gonna die, 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 die. Hey, haha, were you bound to me? Were you? Were you chained up like a dog in heat? I can't believe you bite my legs and tie my feet and tell me to run, run. Now you're free. Oh, I'm not good for you. No, I got trouble I can't speak of, I can't keep to myself. I'm not used to you. And I got bigger things to do. Right on, right on, right on, right
Thanks for listening to this program on heritageradionetwork.org. You can find all of our archived programs on our website or as podcasts in the iTunes Store by searching Heritage Radio Network. You can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at heritage_radio. You can email us questions at any time at info@heritageradionetwork.org. Heritage Radio Network is a non-profit organization. To donate and become a member, visit our website today. Thanks for listening.